Blesses everyone. This is Yanni, the only luckologist. So this is part two. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for the comments, the positive comments you sent me on Jimmy curling my hair. Um, I didn't expect all those comments. I was really, warm and fuzzy inside about it. But them comments, this was only supposed to be a joke, and I was like, okay, they like the video, I'll keep the curls and then show them what the curls look like. I've had these efforts in my hair for, like, I don't know, by the time you all see the video, it will be, I would have had these in my hair for almost, what is it, a week and a half? Right. Okay. Ah, never again. No, it's not, I'm not tender-headed or anything. The fact I'm wearing this old t-shirt should tell you all what I've been going through. I can't. Jimmy and I were supposed to wear matching t-shirts to finish up this video. I could only wear old clothes. Thank God there's a lockdown because I can't go, I can't go anywhere because none of my t-shirts could go over my head. I can't even wear my spiritual beads, alekes, over my neck because it can't. Never again. Never again. Never again. I could hardly wash my face because I have all this and I had it like I can't get it wet. I don't even know if these curls stick. I was checking, checking some of them and they look all loopy and what. Anyway, but like someone said, it wasn't about the roly-polies. Look, my glass is not even on properly because I have no nose bridge. So I always have to stick my glasses in my hair so you can stay on my face. But I can't because I just want this shit off my hair now. With that being said, I needed to vent. I'm good now. Sorry for the old t-shirt and Yanni looking totally discombobulated. Thanks for watching the video, the first one. This is part two on Jimmy curling my hair. So you guys had questions. I can get all the questions because we have some stuff to do today. And you're wondering what the heck we got to do on the lockdown. Really nothing, but Jimmy got some stuff to do today. But anyway, you guys were asking some questions for Jimmy and I. Jimmy's going to talk a little more. I did ask him to speak up. And it wouldn't be as long as the first video, but we do have the questions, and I would answer some of them. Okay? Sweetums, are you ready to take my curls out? Mm-hmm. You looking handsome, of course, in your nice t-shirt. What's that?
I didn't get the questions.
Oh, I have it. Okay. Yeah. I sent it to this phone. Yeah. So, okay, we ready? He all shy. He's so adorable. Okay. So, in the last video, we were talking about, and Jimmy's going to oil my scalp. And I did put the link in where to get these roly-polies. I do not know how this thing is going to look. I think my hair is a little heavy, so it may not take. This was just a fun video. I know a lot of clients who did this from getting the links for these roly-polies from me, and their curls came out great, but texture could have a huge role. It might be a texture problem, and it also might be the length of my hair because it's very long. Anywho, with that being said, so part two to how Jimmy and I met. I'm glad you guys love the first video, going through all the candid details. And just to reiterate, if you missed it, go back to the first video, that Jimmy and I never dated and I forgot to mention that in the first video, within 3 days, I fixed my glasses, within 3 days, I handed him a key and told him, you live here now. That's how, I forget to mention that really important part. I told you I was the aggressor. All right. And yeah, and that's how we just, that was it. So Jimmy, some people had some questions for you. Do you mind answering?
Okay.
All right. So see, dopesies. All right. So Jimmy, someone asked, it was a lot of questions, so both Facebook and YouTube, but I grabbed a couple of them. Someone asked, how did you know Yanni was the one?
She farted on my leg.
What the fuck? No, you didn't just say that. Oh my God. Okay, Snaggerfoot, that's way too candid.
No, but serious.
Y'all didn't hear that, right? Hopefully he talked really soft, so y'all didn't hear that. I know you didn't just say that. All right, go ahead. How did you know I was the one, Jimmy? Be serious.
When I used to travel back and forth to come here.
Oh, we forgot to mention that. Sorry to cut you. I'm sorry. When we first met, he would travel all the way from Philly to Georgia every single night. We've
To
never
Jersey.
been to Jersey. I'm sorry, to Jersey. We've never been apart. So he will travel all the way. Forgot to mention that in the first video. He will travel back and forth every night to pass his house to come see me every night. That's why I said we never dated. But go ahead, sweetums. I'm sorry.
When I used to come here, it was like a very peaceful atmosphere. And it was very calm. And it was hard for me to believe that she didn't have a man at the time because everything she used to post was about being kings and queens. So I would have thought somebody would have been in her life.
That's when he
But
was stalking my page.
Since nobody wanted to step up, I stepped in. So.
So why that was while you were stalking me on my Facebook. Right. I used to post a lot of like, I'm very pro-black, like the black man is king, the black woman is queen, like lift up the black man, honor the black man. So he thought while he was stalking me and I didn't know he existed, he thought I was in a relationship because most black women, no offense to anyone, but most black women, when they're single, they tend, especially if they come from a bad relationship, they tend to be a little bitter. And I've never been like that, even though I've been in a bad relationship 5 years before I met Jimmy. I just knew that if I'm a good black woman, there has to be a good black man out there for me. So he was seeing that and was like, nah, no way she's single. So that's what, that was kind of like, he was fascinated by that. Like, how come nobody snatched you up yet? Yeah. So were you ever intimidated by me being aggressive or is aggressive? Am I aggressive? Everybody in the video like,
yes. But no, I wasn't. I just believe in letting a person be in themselves.
Okay.
And that's how you get to really see who a person is.
Who a person is. Oh, how sweet. Okay. What's it like? Somebody asked a question. What is it like us working together? Don't forget, this is where I had my brain surgery. So if you pull it, it's going to hurt. Yeah. What is it like for us working together? Speak up a little.
Almost like the Wonder Twins.
Aww.
You can't, it's like you can't do one thing without having the other.
Do you get tired of working with me?
Of course not. You never get tired of working with you.
One of my clients asked that a couple of years ago when we were in Georgia, and some of you may not know this. My regular clients know this, but I may have mentioned it in the first video when I've been going to Georgia. In fact, by the time you guys get this video, the day this video is being filmed, we would have been in Georgia right now working. Because of the pandemic, we're not, and it feels weird that, by the way, Georgia clients, I miss you guys so much. Anyway, when I met him, I was already working in Georgia. As I said, my business was already established. So he just, I don't like to say fell into place like, he's a puzzle. So I guess he is, but in a sense where he just took up the flame and ran with it. Oh, it did curl a little bit. And that was important to me because there was a time where I remember, we'll come back to Jimmy's questions. I'll be going in and out with this. And I told Jimmy this story. I was such at a lone place, even though I was working, my business is growing. This is when I was single. I remember one time I was coming back from Georgia. I used to fly back then because I didn't drive. I used to fly back then. And I was on the plane and I came back. I didn't have the magnitude of clientele I have now. It was big then, but it's way bigger now. And I was coming back home. It was the 31st of January, the last day of the year. And I remember sitting on a plane and my eye just welled up with tears because I realized, damn, I'm not going home to anybody. My ex-husband will usually keep my monkey at the time when she was alive. So monkey not even home waiting for me, And I remember crying on the plane of how alone I was, like, damn. And it's not like you want somebody, oh God, I can't wait to get home because we're going to smash. It's not that. It's just having that companion to talk about how Georgia was, to talk about my day or my week and a half in Georgia. That time it was 3 weeks I'll be in Georgia for. And I was glad no one turned around to see me crying because they might think I was some kind of crazy person. And I would buy food in the airport and just come home and just I remember that New Year's, that was one of the saddest days of my life. And luckily that year I met Jimmy. So I just wanted to share that other little tidbits with you guys. Okay, so Sweetums, the next question. um Working with my clients, you being, now we're business partners, not just life partners, but we're business partners. Do you enjoy working with my clients?
But of course, we got the best clients there is. And that's here in Jersey and in Georgia. They all respectful, funny, and business minded.
Oh
Every
yeah.
last one.
Yep, they are.
I can learn from them as they learn from us.
What's the thing about me you if you were to take one part of me, what's the thing about me you love the most?
Your personality.
Even though it's loud and ridiculous and full of
I
disrespectfulness?
wouldn't change it for the world.
Oh, you're so sweet. I hope you guys can hear me. We have the mic on. He talks really soft. Okay, so someone asked, how did Jimmy ended up washing hair? All right, so you guys know I have 10. This is a brace. It's hard. This is for trigger thumb, and I have tendonitis and carpal tunnel on the other hand. And we were actually on our way to Georgia. Remember that year, mommy was in the back seat, and it's like a 14-hour drive. Once I met Jimmy, in fact, I forgot to mention that I think I didn't have a car. So when he found out the relationship went really fast, he found out I didn't drive. Jimmy was the one who took me to buy my car, and which is his car, because I was like, I'm not driving that. You are going to drive me everywhere I need to go. My driver's license is just ID. I hate driving with a passion. So I'm spoiled. Anyway, so I stopped flying the moment and he drives all the way to Georgia now, back and forth, right? Packs the car up, does everything, sets up. He does all the things I did before I met him. He took it over, right? And oh, damn, that was fast. Thank you, sweetum. And now to oil the scalp. Thank you. And we were on our way to Georgia one time, and I fell asleep because it's like a 14-hour drive, and I slept on my hand. And when I woke up, my hand was in pain, like it couldn't straighten out. I'm like in the car crying. My mother's like, "What happened to you? What happened to you?" In the Trinity accent. What happened to you? What happened to you? Like, mommy, my hand, I can't move my hand. We going to Georgia to do clients here. So I'm like panicking, huh? I'm like, oh my God, my hand. You could just like, you're doing like you're drawing on the scalp. Yeah.
I gotta do. Remember, you got a lot of thick hair.
Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah. And he's all in my scalp now. And so I'm like, back then I was washing and doing locks. I'm doing everything, right? Jimmy is the person who's getting the food, getting supplies constantly. There's my backup for everything, but I'm doing everything else relating to here. And my clients came and they saw I was in pain. And one of the clients, Jimmy had said it first. Now, I'm not going to lie. He's like, Yanni, let me wash the clients. See, I'm like, you can't wash their hair. That's not like a normal wash. These clients, every client's hair wash is different. There's detoxes, there's lock bath, there's lock detox, there's antifungal wash for dip. Each antifungal wash is different for each client, And my clients was like, Yanni, let Jimmy wash hair. It was crazy. It was like something out of a movie. He got like a quick crash course in how to wash hair. I told him.
Well, I've been watching her.
Yeah, he was. And you know what I like about it? And it's amazing. I mean, Jimmy is not ashamed. I think if I was a man, I wouldn't tell. Jimmy would be on the phone talking to his boys who he grew, because he's from Philly and Wildwood, New Jersey. He'll be on his phone talking to the most hardcore dudes from, hey, you remember when we were growing up back in the day? And when a client comes in, Jimmy is like, yo, I gotta go, I got here to watch. The first time he did that, like, did you tell the person that you got here to watch? She's like, yeah. He's not ashamed of, now I can fix my glasses. There we go. He's not ashamed of that. And I think that's like really fascinating to me because like Jimmy didn't come in this learning to do here, you know. So for him to be not ashamed of us building together in that way, like I cannot. It's not to a point where I know for me, you know, he was saying too, but I'm just speaking for myself. I cannot work without Jimmy anymore. We are that, you know, and it's not because he's my king, it's because we are really business partners. That's the seesaw thing I was talking about. Jimmy, when I told you to wash here, what was it? What was your first
When
thing?
I tell you to let me wash here,
Mm-hmm.
and we finally agreed. I figure it was pretty well. Now they can feel what good hands really feel like.
I will choke you with my lungs. Dude, I taught you everything. Ungratefulness is worse than witchcraft, I swear. For the new people, I was the one who taught Jimmy everything, okay?
Yeah, but the students always pass the master.
Dude,
Go see the karate movie.
this is not a fucking kung fu movie, all right? Yes, master. It's a damn ass. It's so stupid. All right, so another person, guys, please leave comments if you want to see more of Jimmy. He does not want to. You forget all here, sweetheart. What kind of half-picked duck you doing? Let me take off my glasses. Here is dry and crunchy. I can feel it. It's a good thing I don't let you oil the client's ear. You like giving me some half-picked shit. You have to like get up in it. Okay, sweetheart, that's why I had my brain surgery. Okay, but this side is crunchy too. You know I don't oil my scalp often. All I'm just go on this side too, sweetheart. That's all I'm saying. Dude, you can't get good help these days, boy. Seriously. And I'm paying you for this. I'm not. But I'm paying you for this. This is the kind of work I'm getting. I want my damn money back. I didn't pay him. All right, I want my money back. You know, what's I gonna say? Oh god, I forgot. With you and your weird oil treatment. Shoot. We should have warmed that oil up there. I be giving my clients the best hot oil treatment. And when it comes to our hair, oh my god. Jimmy, when last I oiled your scalp?
Probably about 4 months ago.
It was not 4 months ago, Jimmy. Why do you exaggerate? It was like maybe
4 months ago.
All right. What did somebody asked when I wrote Jimmy into existence before I knew who he was, what was it that I write? Was it that I wrote, I should say, wrote in my book? Because a lot of people were interested in how I manifested a king. It wasn't just what I wrote, it's what I didn't write. If you guys want to do this, manifesting, first of all, the manifestation starts in your head. The minute you think it, whether it's a house, whether it's a car, a new job. I know that right now life is very hectic, but don't let that deter you from manifesting, right? This too shall pass, all right? The first is in your head. And if you choose to write, and let me talk about a relationship. What I did not, sometimes we speak things into existence, good or bad. And I have spoken to a lot of sisters and brothers too. And they're like, Yanni, I'm looking for somebody in my life, but I don't want, you hear the word don't, I don't want this and I don't want that. It's like, you see, because you already put it out into the atmosphere, that's exactly what you'll get, right? When I wrote Jimmy, or my relationship, it wasn't Jimmy, when I wrote a king into my book, my manifestation book, I didn't write, oh, I don't want a man that hits women. I don't want a man that's a gangbanger. I don't want a man that's a drug dealer or... nobody writes that. Like nobody's gonna put who wants no one writes that. I should say no one wants that. Who's gonna say, oh my god, I hope my dream man is a crackhead? That's obvious. My point is, don't write the don'ts, only write the do's, because even though they're don't, yeah, I know it's really matted. It's matted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just gently pull it apart. It's fine. It's not gonna hurt. Wait. That might be the one I combined.
Mm-mm. It's matted right in here.
It's really matted. Okay. Yes, I have to combine my lugs too. Yeah. Don't write we always do that, like, I don't want this, I don't want, you already put it into the universe. Remember, the power, life, and death is in the tongue, right? Or on the tongue. So if you put that into the universe, even though you say you don't want it, the universe already, if you have that type of belief, and it doesn't matter if you're Christian, Muslim, whatever, the point is manifestation, we all do it, the spoken word, right? You wanted to say something, sweetheart? Oh. And so be mindful of the things that you speak. When I wrote what I wanted, I wrote down 27 things. And for the person who asked how I know seven, I don't say lucky number, it's just the number that follows me is seven. I just know because most of the things in my life that happened to me came in the numbers of seven, divisible by sevens. That's how I know. But oh, that feels so good, sweetheart. I feel, oh God, yeah, right, yeah, right. Oh. He never does this. He doing this for the camera. He never does this. Never. Ever.
Wow.
Ever. Okay, and I know everybody watching me. This lion heifer. That's how you said he did it in the car. Yeah, he did. He did. When he first met. This right here was, I was like, this is the man. I buying him a ring. I really did though. I bought him the ring. But that's another story. So oh yeah, right there, sweetie. That's the spot. That's this. So stupid. All right. So, what was I saying? What was I saying, sweethearts? You know, you got to keep up with me. You know, my mind goes all over. Help me.
I forget where you was at.
He's like,
I'm focusing on your hair.
He focusing on my hair. So, if you want to get to that point that you want to manifest that's actually the curls came out good. You want to manifest that relationship in your life. I suggest it. If it's a marriage, if it's a pregnancy, if it's, a job, speak the things that you want. Don't speak what you don't want. Oh, shit. All right. Speak. This is not the right place to be doing this. Yeah. God, that is really good. Yeah. Speak the things that you want in your life, right? I knew when it when I met Jimmy, as I said, I should say I did not know he would have been the one. But when I wrote those things, they say fate is speaking things that are not as if they are. When I wrote those things in my book, I I just had that faith that this person exists. I one day I'm going to do a video with you guys on how of a dark place I was. I want to finally talk about dealing with depression, and this was at a time when I had brain surgery, dealing with depression, dealing with anxiety, and how I had to reach into myself to find that light. And that will be a whole nother topic of that. And thanks to my clients that encourage me to discuss it, because they think they know my story with depression, and they think when I tell other people how I don't like to use the word suffering from it, right? I like to use the word just dealing with it, because again, you speak that. But my point is this: I know I needed to fix that so it could coincide with the things I'm writing into existence to meet my king, right? If you are broken, if you are single right now and you are broken, kind of like what Jimmy said before, you're not finding somebody to put your pieces back together. You are stronger than you think. You put your pieces back together. Let that person who finds you find a whole person, because it takes a lot of work. And that's how Jimmy and I found, because he said it, that's what he was saying earlier in the first video. He said, you gotta work on yourself first. I knew I did not want to come into a relationship broken, because a lot of us do that, where we miss out on happiness because of the past relationship, because that person in the past broke your heart. Oh, the last dude I was with, or the last female, or the last woman, or the last girl, whatever you want to call it, I was with, broke my heart. This one is going to do it. How do you know that? Right? So this other person, they don't even have a fair start, because they're working against what the other person did to you. That's really unfair, because you wouldn't want anybody to do that to you. So that would be my advice to anyone who is. I feel really good. Is that extra new growth? Oh, I swear, just like it grew extra. Okay, don't pull out so much, sweetums. It doesn't.
No, no problem.
It's so fuzzy. I'm not complaining. People looking at the video like, what the fuck she complaining about? I'll pay for that fuzziness. Yeah. Um, Jimmy, what advice would you give?
Good for.
Well, but I was just talking about, sweetums. Working on yourself. They want to hear you too. Everybody don't want to hear me all the time.
Learn how to be by yourself. Number one. You can't work on yourself if every time you turn around you got to jump into a relationship or you need somebody. You know, not even a booty call. You need to really focus on yourself, your energy, your surroundings. Whether it be financially, a career, a job, education, focus on yourself. Get yourself together. Become the person that you're seeking. You know, I said before, a lot of people walking around being a 5, but you want a 10. How are you going to handle a 10 if you only are 5? You can't even make change for that 10.
That's some powerful stuff, sweetums. That's some guru.
You're stupid.
No, I'm serious. That's what. Come on, sweetie. I'm being serious. That was actually really good. That was good. I like that. I like that. But it's true. You really gotta you gotta put yourself together. We all broken for some reason or another. Whether it was from our past, a relationship, childhood, abandonment issues, father issues. I didn't have a father in my life, so I had zero trust for men in a sense where, and I was terrified of physical abuse because my mother is a physical abuse survivor. That's another topic I really want to stress on some topics during this COVID shutdown on topics that doesn't relate to locks. Hopefully we can get Jimmy to come in more on. The only reason why he's in this is because he's in my ear. He refused to sit with me and do a video because he has such amazing things to say, and it's when my clients are here he speaks to them, and when it comes to the camera I'm like, just say what you say to the clients now. So guys, leave a comment just for Jimmy, letting him know, Jimmy, please talk more. You are beautiful, you are fine, we want to hear more from you, because I want that, right, to hear a man's perspective. All right. Is it curly in the back?
Mm-hmm.
Is your phone ringing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go check it. All right, so this is what my curl. Ooh, Tim, I'm greasy as heck. Sweetums, could you pass me a washcloth? I am so oily. Right. Ah, that's my phone. Okay, so let me put my glasses down. Those glasses are so oily. So I would say this. Rose water, for those wondering. Okay. The curls look flubby, but they're there. I like scratching my hair. Don't worry, it's not dirty. So anyway, what I was saying is, I really hope this video helps you guys. If you want to hear, and thanks to my clients who have encouraged me to post more of these videos. A lot of you that know me personally, who have sat in my chair, especially the ones who I've known for years, they've been saying, thank you, sweetheart. Sorry, oil is all over my face. There we go. Am I looking less greasy? Yeah. All right. They have been saying, Yanni, talk more about your struggle with in the past with, as I said, with depression, with anxiety, how I survived brain surgery, um, you know, and what that has to do with Jimmy is that by the time he found me and I found him, I had been through that, right? So I use it now as a testimony, right? They say without the testimony, there's no test. So I can tell you, even if it's one person I'm speaking to with this part before I shut this video off, because this was just a wrap-up video to show the curls, which more like earls because they're not fully curled. Anyway, there's somebody watching this video and like in a dark place, and not because of the COVID. Yeah, that too does add to it, but this is going to pass. I have faith that this is going to pass, but you're still in a dark place because you're feeling like if you're missing that piece in your puzzle. I would tell you this, and this is really serious now. Do not lose hope. I got to a point where I thought all hope was lost. Like as I said in the first video, you all saw me candid talking about shenanigans with the breasts and the scabs, and I got sick and all of that. But in all seriousness, when I was single, I was like, there's nobody out there for me. My mother, that's why I love her. And when I tell people I'm Yoruba, even though my mother is Christian, I still rely on her prayer. It's very important to let the matriarch, whether it comes in the form of a grandmother, a great aunt, mothers, women, older women, and elders, sorry, not ancestors, elders. It's very important that they manifest over your life because they have the ashe, the power. They speak over you. And, my my mother was, you okay? Okay. My mother continuously spoke over me when I was at my lowest place. I was at my darkest place, even when I didn't want to hear it. She constantly said, "You're going to get out of this. You're going to, And if you are dealing with that type of loneliness, I know what that feels like. You know, the thing that helped me was when my mother told me, she said, you are the child of the Most High. That's something most Christians say. And the Most High could come in any form of what you believe in, whether it's Allah, Buddha. I'm not arguing religion. I don't discuss that at all. I believe in spirituality. There's one God that goes by different names. Just be a good person. And my mother said, she said, you're a child of the Most High. I looked in the mirror one day and I stopped looking at my imperfections. Like, oh my God, I have keloid skin. I have a pudgy nose, chinky eye, no eyebrows. And I started looking at the imperfection that make me perfect. And I said to myself, Yanni, you're a good person. No, seriously, you're a really good person. Okay, you cuss like a fucking sailor. But other than that, you're good. And this is not me boasting to anyone. This is what I'm literally saying to myself in the mirror. You're a good person. It has to have somebody to match your goodness. And this is before I wrote him into existence, right? I said it had to have, in a world of 11 billion people, there is somebody who I am going to meet, because like as I said in the first video, we blind and researching. There's somebody I'm going to meet that's going to match my goodness. You have to believe that. You have to believe that so much that you must feel that person at night when you're laying in bed. That person's spirit must connect with you, and they're not even there physically. That's the future then you're feeling. And that's why when I said in the first video, I used to sleep on my bed sideways, because I knew one day I would sleep like normal and my king will be right next to me. I didn't need to take up all the bed because it was just me. You have to believe it. And also what I said in the first video, you have to tune out the noise. If you're around negative people, girl, and I'm saying it, even though I don't use the word, niggas and shit, the this, the that, you start thinking like that, that's exactly what you're gonna get. I knew there are good black men out there. I knew it. Even though my father was not in my life. Had no part, and my mother was mother and father, right? Even though I had a broken marriage and a 6-year relationship that ended, that made me stay single for 5 years before I met Jimmy, right? But I knew deep down it had to have good black men, because I know sisters who are with good black men. So what? What's wrong with me? So with that being said, Jimmy, that massage felt so good. All my scalp is like. With that being said, you have to really believe that there's somebody out there for you. I don't care if you have a peg leg with a hook hand and a parrot on your shoulder with a patch eye. You know what? There's somebody who might be into pirates and would take. No, I know you guys don't say everything in a joke way, but seriously, I remember one time I was watching Murray back in the day, and Murray was doing this episode with strange people, and there was this girl. If you guys remember that was like maybe 15 years ago when Murray first came out. There was this girl who had she only had a torso, and she came on the stage with she can't even be on a wheelchair, on a skateboard, and the girl was pregnant and got married to her high school sweetheart who was normal size. And I remember watching us like, what the fuck? I got both my legs. You know, if she could find a man, I wasn't making fun of the disabled. Don't get me wrong. So I don't want anybody to think that. I have a niece that is special needs that I love dearly. I was like, if she can find someone, I can find someone. You have to have that faith. You have to. I read a lot of your comments and they really touched me because, you know, right now we all bored. You know, you guys saw how weird I was looking, trying to even curl my hair. My hands were shaking because I don't touch this, you know. And I was like, you know, let me do something just to cheer people up, the ones who subscribe to me, or just anybody who would listen to this and say, you're going through something right now, whatever it is. I like that word through, and I tell this to my clients all the time. I like, y'all think the hear information I give is amazing. If I really talk the way I talk to my clients on video, I will seriously blow your mind. But let me give you all some powerful words here. Whoever you are, you're going through something. That word through is a very powerful word because the word through means movement. In order for you to move from your bedroom to your front door to go to work, you have to go through your house, however your house is laid out, right? You hardly ever hear someone say, oh, girl, you know, I'm in something. They will say, I'm going through something, right? So that means there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm saying this not as Yanni, the lockologist. I'm saying this as someone who was so broke. All I had was monkey long before I was doing hair, and all I had was ramen noodles and dog food. I've said this many times. I was so broken where when I had brain surgery and suffering from something called trigeminal neuralgia, if you know what it is, it's extremely painful. They call it the suicide disease. And I was contemplating, and I'm not suicidal, but the pain is so strong you want to kill yourself. I was contemplating committing suicide, right? This is coming from someone who was in such a dark place. It will be summer outside, I will hear the ice cream truck, kids playing, and that's what depression does. It puts you, it could be the sunniest of day, the 4th of July, but you so cold and so alone. You could have 100 people around you, and you want to scream out like, do you see me? Because no one sees how alone and cold and depressed you are. Depression is a place where it's a hole where you have to try to dig yourself out of it. I will have to do a completely different video on how I overcame that. And by the time I met Jimmy, it was done. The last time it came back was the month after Monkey passed away. And I hadn't felt it like that in years. And hold on one second. Blue and Mr. Stop It.
No.
I see what the both I'm doing a video, quit it. Yeah, my dog, and we're babysitting another dog. Anyway. No. So you're going through it. You're not going to be in it forever. Everything in life have an expiration date. Everything. Right? You know the old saying, nothing lasts forever. It is real. Where you were 4 years ago is not where you are today. Right? My clients know this story. The apartment I live in and where I work from right now, they remember when my original clients who came to me, I lived in this apartment for 9 years with no heat. None. And that's during the time when, long before locks, that was one of the cold, not just physically cold, but mentally, spiritually cold places I was in. I can look back at that now and I'm like, wow, look, you've been through that. I came out of it, right? And that's a whole nother story with the no heat thing. But the point is, for whoever this message is for, I just use the curly up, the roly-polies with the hair thing to use it as a chance to speak on this level. You gotta go through it. These two dogs are annoying the shit out of me. They just have no home training. You got to go through it. You got to. Yes, right now the world, I think they want to go outside, Jimmy. Right now the world collectively is going through something. We all going through this. But when this has passed, and we pray and manifest it word, you'll still be going through your own personal issues, the broken relationship, the feeling of uneasy, the yearn of want somebody to want you, that yearning for a companion. You're gonna still go through that, but you have to believe that there is that right person out there for you. Okay. um I'm going to encourage Jimmy to do more of these videos while we're in lockdown. I'm still going to post some more of my hair videos. As I said, I have tons in the phone, but come on. Like, it becomes redundant. You guys already know what to do with your hair. I always say the bigger things that's universal that we should be worried about more than our hair. I know the lock community can be very obsessive and cultish. That's why I don't say I followers. I hate that. It sounds like it's a fucking cult, Like, it's just here. One of the videos I want to do is how to work on it while we're going through this quarantine. And I know y'all will expect me to say, well, put this. No. Yeah, right now, this is very stressful times. And I know it's affecting a lot of people's here. So I'm going to do my part and post while this is happening. Come up with more contents that is mind empowering. Right? Because I know, even though I don't like to say the word stress, I try not to speak it too much. I know it affects my hair now as I'm getting older, right? There's other topics I want to talk about, like how I manifested other big things in my life. My regular clients knows about it. I don't want to discuss it right now, but the time will come where you guys are going to really, not just hear, you're going to hear about the things Jimmy and I actually accomplished as partners. When you speak your partner into your life, whether you're gay, whether you're straight, that partner you want, that shield, that right hand, that other eye, you the right eye, the person's the left eye. When you speak that person, go beyond the sexual wanting. Go beyond that. Anybody can get fucking laid. Anybody can get some ass. Anybody can smash. Right? It is not like I remember a guy used to tell me years ago, not a guy, a lady, sorry. She used to say, dick is a dime a dozen. And if you have a quarter, like she used to say that, and I didn't understand it the first time she said it, an older lady, and now I do. The point is, not to sound crash, but the point is, anybody could have sex. But when you go beyond that, when you go beyond the physical and you go for that more spiritual and not religion, spiritual connection, that's when you'll find your helpmate and your soulmate, if that's what you're looking for. Go beyond that. Go beyond the physical. I know we all get horny. Shit, that's what Pornhub is for. Somebody said, no, she didn't say that. Yes, I did. Believe me, when my single days, I partook. Shit, I was single. I wasn't trying to go out there and get crabs or some shit, STDs. But the point is, yeah, after all of that, and for those of you who, I'm being candid now, we all adults. Those of you who into your toys or whatever, you're an adult, fine. But you want more. You want when your back hurts, you're like, oh, baby, rub my back. You want when your head itch, baby, scratch that spot. Hey, let me watch a movie together. You want that, where somebody you can be quarantined with. A lady told me something years ago. She said she was married 3 times, but her first husband was her favorite because she said we genuinely liked each other. A lot of people are in relationships, and yes, you can say, babe, I love you, that's the father of my children or whatever, but you don't like the person. I genuinely like Jimmy. And I know it sounds weird, like love is stronger than life. Yeah, I love my sisters, but there are times I don't like them because they act on my last nerve, and I know I act on their nerves. There are times you cannot like someone. This person act on my fucking I really don't like. You understand what I'm saying? I genuinely like my husband. I like being around him. That's what you want. You want that person you like being around. Because, and the lady who told me that, she was in her 70s. She said, as we get older, we can't do the things sexually that we used to do when we were younger. So we have to live in the memories. If you don't like that person, that relationship is going to fizzle out with age. Find a relationship where you, when you see that person, they make you goofy. Like a lot of people were saying that in the comments. It was like, yeah, we never saw this side of you, watching you with Jimmy. My regular client sees it all the time, but you guys have never seen it because you just hear Jimmy in the background. I genuinely like him. I like that he is my polar opposite. I like that he likes me just the way I am. I like that he doesn't argue. We don't get into fights. We will have disagreements, of course, as I always said. I don't want to put a rock in a sock and bump him upside the head because you know you men. Anyway, but I like being around him. We're together all the time and it doesn't bother me. I can't picture him out of my life. It's like picturing me without an arm. And that's that power of like you want to get to. I really hope this information helps you guys. I'm talking, this is so funny. I'm talking and the curls are just dropping. This was pure shit. I didn't even know what I was thinking. I knew my hair wouldn't take these curls. It looked okay, but I don't know. I see some people, the curls be all, you know, voluptuous. My curl kind of limp dicky. It like, but this was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want to do a Q&A just to wrap this up. I want to do a few Q&As. Give me topics you guys want me to do Q&A. Yes, I will do a lock Q&A topic. But if you have another content you guys want me to talk about, for those that really enjoy these type of videos I'm doing, all right. Let's just really go on some mind. I think now more than ever. And I'm not a motivational speaker or anything like that. I am not that dude with the big teeth and the big hands. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about? The tall dude. He looked like a banana. Huge motivational speaker. I'm not Joel Owens. Or Joel Steve. Whatever the fuck his name is. All these TDJ. I'm none of that. Right? When I talk about these situations, I'm talking about my personal experience. And as I said before, I can't testify if I didn't have the test. And Sister Girl here has been through test upon test upon test. All right. So when I do discuss these things, as the Spirit moves me to discuss it more, I guess it's to help someone. Even if it's one person, if it's a million people listen to me and I help one person, that would that means my job has been done. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for watching this video. Remember, oil your scalp. Well, just to wrap it up again. What you saw me put in my scalp was castor oil, Haitian black castor oil. Haitians, I love Trinis. I love you too. Don't get me wrong. I love Trinis first. Haitians, I love fucking Haitians. I love Haitians. I love you guys. Wishing one of you suckers would bring me some legumes, vegan legumes, but still waiting for that. But thanks for teaching me how to do black beans. I know I could do that like a Haitian. I'm like perfecto. Castor oil, that's all I oil my scalp with. That hasn't been oiled in like maybe a month. I'm about to put my hair back up in my little silk scarves and call it a day. I'm never doing this again. In fact, when I start back working, all those roly-polies, I'll be donating it to whoever clients come and say, Yanni, could I get you? I have packs of it. You all could get it. I'm never putting that shit back in my hair again. I haven't washed my face properly. And I need to just wear some, like, you know, something cute because I can't put nothing, I can put anything over my head. Fuck that shit. I'm never doing that again. I'm never listening to you guys telling me do some stuff like that, okay? But putting all joke aside, it was fun. And thanks for the positive comments, all right? Good. Oh, fuck, I just sprayed in my eye. Don't forget to use your rose water. Told you I'm extra. Love you guys. Be safe. Be safe. Stay healthy. I'm going to talk about boosting your immune system also in one of the videos. I love you guys. Bless.